Hi, Aries. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your July 2019 Eclipse energetic reading. And I am very grateful to all the visitors that come to this channel. My mission, I am a clairvoyant intuitive. I do channel messages from a group of spirit guides. And my goal here on YouTube is to assist all soul travelers, all people who are really working, attempting and desiring to work, to connect with your unique energetic presence and the path that you chose to take as you incarnated here as an energetic strand of energy, working with the collective and the fractal strings of energy that exist here on this planet. So we all came through with some kind of a soul contract, and as we work through our lives, our goal is to perfect our energy. And I'm being corrected, my guides are saying to perfect our understanding of our energy, what it is here to perform as a service to all humanity as we move toward our destiny. So here we are in eclipse season. There's some wonderful things that are shifting and changing. We have this beautiful eclipse in Cancer with Cancer in the North Node and an Earth sign in the South Node. So it's a profound moment as we prepare our energy to attend to the changes that are coming in 2020. So it's a wonderful year of shift and change and self-acknowledgement. So I pick some cards from the Oracle decks and we jump into the beautiful, mysterious Celtic Wisdom Tarot to look at what my guides want to provide for in terms of information. And okay, they're saying solace as you travel through these days. So let's jump right in. The first card out is Mountain Lion. I love that for you, Aries. Really beautiful. And Mountain Lion is concerned with the use of power and how it is to wield your power in a way that is effective toward the notion of leadership, because you are a cardinal sign, and what it is as you move through your days to wield this intense energy, use it properly for service to all of humanity, clearly to yourself as well, as you grow into the knowledge and the understanding of what it is to be a power holder. So in these days, as we go through the eclipse, I love this. It's about stand still in the eclipse energy. This beautiful eclipse of the sun at the new moon, leading us through the next cycle of transmutation, shift, and change. And the card that came out from the beautiful Journey of Love Oracle, I'm very appreciative of this. It's a reflection of already the things that have been said. Within nothing, there is everything. So Aries, like everybody else, you're going into the void through this portal that is opening in order to stand still in the unique energy signature of fire, the light of the sun, the radiant Uranus energy in a sense. So let's take a look at what the universe is attempting to provide you with. That's what my guides are saying. So I did the reading, all the cards came out, and then somebody came to the door when I was in the middle of the recording. So I'm just going to start over in order to provide, the guides are saying, to provide the unified field without interruption. So here's the first card that came out. I am very excited again to see this. We're talking about your energy, the way you perfect your energy, being a power holder. So this is about the use of the sacred feminine for a Kundalini type of awakening in order to allow the energy to flow through you, stimulate the pineal gland for a beautiful crown chakra awakening. And we see the turning of the sacred feminine energy through the swastika at the breastplate, indicating all four sections of the year. So here we are at this beautiful moment. The energy turns again. And you're here in these days, meant to perfect your energy with what is coming through the portal, through the eclipse. So I love that. It's incredibly beautiful. And as you stand in these days, part of what you're meant to be doing is working with the love energy that is available. So here is the next card that came out. That's how you stand in this energy. Really beautiful. That's the Judgment of Heart. So we are dealing with water energy as we come through these days. And it is your power, in a sense, that is meant to attend to the wielding of love energy, the flow of water, what it is to bring brilliance to the energy that is embodied and encapsulated within the water element. Quite lovely, a wonderful opportunity. And we're talking about you, we're talking about your soul's desire, that which you are attempting to work with. So we see this illustration, of the chalice, the sacred bowl. What is it that brings it stability? What is it that causes it to crack and cause the life energy to flow out? And in the traditional Rider-Waite, this would be the Four of Cups. It is a moment where you sit in deep meditation about what is existing in your life when it comes to love energy. What are the things that are coming out of the spiritual realm to help you understand? So we see this notion of someone sitting under a tree and just pondering very deeply. It's not really about not understanding something that is present. It's about pondering what is being offered. And in that moment, you do stand still and you go deeply within to ponder the void out of which all things come and how it is you wish to attend to that given the power and the energy that you have. It's really beautiful. So as we go through these days of the eclipse, you are meant to go deeply inward, to connect in the way I was just speaking about. So it's a story about the Six of Cups, what it is to go into the ancestral information. Having incarnated here again, how is it that you connect with the sacred realm? And I love that he's touching the third eye. There's a stone upon the chest, the heart chakra. It is a desire to be awakened and to stay awake while the flow of energy comes into you. It's about going into the sacred hut, plunging yourself into the void, into darkness for a period of time in order to emerge with whatever information comes through to you through that kind of a deep intuitive journey. So really beautiful. That's what your human experience is meant to reflect, and how you are meant to go through the days of the eclipse and on into the next 6 months, because eclipse energy affects us for at least 6 months going forward, bringing us through the end of the year and into the winter solstice. As we turn the days toward 2021, great shift and change is going to come to us. We are perfecting and preparing our energy in order to be able to join the collective, the unified field of energy strings represented by human incarnation. And I love this as a major arcana card. This is the spinner of growth. And so that's what you're doing while you're in the sacred hut. It's about the tree of life, absorbing all the energy around, coming into the full light of the sun and the earth energy available to you through your roots. All the vibration that you stand in. We see the swirl of that energy. You're meant to take it in, to transmute it, and send the seeds of your wisdom and your energy back out into the atmosphere, into the unified field. My guides call that the tapestry. Beautiful notion for you this month as the eclipse comes on. And of course, again, my guides keep referencing these cards. There you are, Aries, all your radiant energy, and you fall to your knees and you come into a very unique sacred courtship with the divine, through the actions and the urges, my guides are saying, that you have as you travel through the eclipse. It is about a special kind of courtship, having to do with sacred knowledge. And you connect yourself, you offer gifts, and the gift you offer really, we see this man, he's offering a piece of jewelry, and it indicates the human state of being. And you offer your state of being to the sacred realm in order to connect and be in that unified field of energy as you travel forward. And I love that we see this image of this man sitting on a mountaintop, in a sense, reaching the height of your ability to connect in this very sacred way with your male energy. So that's the other thing that's really interesting about this. We see the manifestation of male energy coming forward. And what it is that you are transmuting and coming into, in a sense, is this warrior, sacred warrior ability. Perfect again for the Aries set point. We see the sun in the background. What I love about this card is we see the tip of his spear touching the sacred spiral of destiny. It's about being a warrior in a way that is about service. Totally open to transformation. We see his blue kilt, that's the color of transformation, and willing and able to come into your ability to provide what is needed and be very dedicated to the collective. Really beautiful energy. So that's the intention that your soul has in these days as we go through the eclipse. It's quite lovely. So here we see the soul intention reflected in this card that is of both worlds. This is another sacred warrior, the warrior of art. It's beautiful. The Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, standing here having emerged from this transmutational energy that's going forward on the eclipse, emerging through the sacred passage tomb, a birth, life, death, rebirth cycle. This warrior has no shoes. He has no armor. He has only the intention of wielding love energy. And we see the energy being held in the hand, able to employ it now through this transmutation that you are experiencing as you come through the eclipse. It's incredibly beautiful. So the next thing that comes forward, because of the soul intention that you have, coming through this transmutation, we see you shifting and changing and coming into your knowledge of the sacred. That is meant to display the sacred bowl out of which all wisdom comes. Some would call it the Akashic Records. And we see the angels and the guides and the spirit realm working their magic on the sacred bowl that becomes, it comes into your vision. And again, I love this. Do you see how he's standing by the mountaintop? I love it. The quest of knowledge is the 10 of Pentacles. Coming into knowledge and ability to create a beautiful, stable, happy, abundant family. And we're talking about the family of humanity. That's what your soul is literally working on. The contract that you made being displayed through the illustration of the cards. It's fantastic. And again, uniquely bonded to the cup. Understanding what is relevant, what is meant to happen as you go into the void for this transformation and you stand literally in the beautiful energy of the eclipse. So as you come through this journey, there you are. And this reflects to me the notion of mountain lion. This is a very sacred king. King of Wands has a lot of power, a lot of passion, clearly working with fire energy. This king's shield is hung on the wall. He's not able or willing anymore to engage in the falderal of the battles of life that may come to somebody who has a lot of power. Sometimes when you are a power holder, things come at you just because people are afraid of your power. And I'm an Aries rising, so I understand what this notion is about. In these moments and going forward, because of all this transformation and your willingness to go into the void in all these ways, the shield is hung on the wall. You don't need it anymore. You've come across the sacred waters. You've taken up your commitment to the cup and to commit your energy to that which all of humanity is attempting to rectify. And you humbly put on your cobbler's apron and you literally make the new shoes for the next part of your journey, knowing the correct way to wield your power. It's a beautiful story, Aries. I love it. I love that this is coming through and that it's aligned with this card. This card in Celtic wisdom, the perfecter of energy is the world card, would be the world card. So the way in which you serve the world, that's what this reading is all about. And I really love it. Quite beautiful. Let me see if I can arrange these cards. They're so huge. I'm going to push the screen back a little bit. So that's the journey that you're on this month as you come through the eclipse. And we have two outcome cards here. So we see another king. The king of knowledge was a peasant who rose to a position of power because of his ability to provide leadership through service. And it is your fire energy, the radiant energy of the sun, that is really needed in this time. In this very profound way, there is more shift, more transmutation, more growth happening, a lot of abundance. Pardon me. This king creates abundance through his radiant energy. And he sits, in a very beautiful, calm way upon his throne. And he literally has a cup in his hand. It's quite beautiful. So the way you take up love energy, fill it with the beautiful, radiant energy of the sun, Aries. And in the background, there's a pig roasting on a spit. The abundance is such that when this pig is consumed and the cooking process is done, there's always another pig in the poke, so to speak. So there is a constant flow of abundance through learning how to wield the radiant energy that you are imbued with as you come through into this incarnation, and clearly through the days of this eclipse. So a lot of really beautiful, empowered male energy coming through the Aries set point as we go through the eclipse. And here's the last card. Look at this, Aries. Look how beautiful and mysterious that is. It is about the male energy coming through their own transformation by connecting with the power of the sacred feminine through this eclipse season. And we see the water flowing in through the image of this beautiful woman. This is Merlin and his sister. She was very devoted to him. And it was through her connection with the sacred feminine and the mysterious power of the cycles of the moon that caused him to transform and be able to have many perspectives. She built this tower for him so that he could heal himself and look out upon the world through the cycles of the moon in order to understand all that is meant to be known. So that is the cycle that you're going through, Aries. It's particularly beautiful to me as we come into this beautiful eclipse season and move beyond it with your energy being transformed, coming fully into the mystical understanding of what it is to be, okay, my guys just said, a fire-powered energetic set point. Oof, really beautiful. So I did pick some runes for you. Here's the first rune that came out. I love it. This is the rune for the spiritual warrior. It's quite lovely. And you know what? I'm going to put it right there. My guides are calling that the inception point of the eclipse energy for you. So I used the Book of Runes developed by this beautiful man whose name is Ralph Blum. Ralph is on the other side now, and he left this legacy. It's a simplistic overview and an encapsulation of the energy of the runes. There's a lot more information out there, and I always encourage people, go look for yourself and look deeply into these energies. So this is Tiwaz. It is about the warrior, the sky god, incredibly beautiful. This rune of the spiritual warrior indicates that the battle is always with the self. Funding a will through your action, yet remaining unattached to outcomes. Remain mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. These are the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodying in this room is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, and the extraneous. So my guides are pointing to this and to this. This is the learning into which you grow, my guides are saying, through this eclipse. And yet with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine. The reward of patience is patience. Isn't that an interesting notion for an Aries? We don't want to sit still, do we? But in this season, it is part of what we are meant to do, is to learn into sitting still, to allow the energy to come through the sacred realm, through the power of the sacred feminine, when we have these auspicious moments come forward. So I love that notion of learning patience. Here in these days, you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in so doing can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw the rune Tiwaz. Associated with the rune is the sun, the masculine principle of energy, the active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness, single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion for yourself and in total trust. This bond is a real one, and there is work for you to do with the sacred realm. If your issue concerns devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path, the warrior rune counsels perseverance, although at times the kind of perseverance that is called for is patience. This is a rune of courage and dedication. In the ancient times, Tiwaz was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before entering a battle. Now the same symbol strengthens your resolve to align yourself with the self. That's amazingly beautiful. And look, here's the other rune that bounced out of the bag. That is the rune for wholeness. And my guides are telling me it belongs right there because it is the active principle that needs to align itself with the sacred feminine in order to receive the wisdom and the power of the sacred feminine that the sacred masculine energy is meant to activate and carry forward. Very mysterious. Coming through these days of the eclipse, there is something truly profound flowing into you if you're able to make yourself available to it. So let's take a look at that rune. I'll read to you from the book. And my guides are saying, and as you go forward through your days, you'll be able to amalgamate this energy into your travels, into your thought process, into your heart, in order to reach your soul destination. Okay, so this is the rune Sowelu. It is about wholeness and life force energy, the sun's energy. Sowelu stands for wholeness, that which our nature requires. It embodies the impulse towards self-realization, and it indicates the path that you must follow, not from ulterior motives, but from the core of your individuality. Seeking after wholeness is the spiritual warrior's quest, and what you are striving to become, in actuality, is what you already are. Oof, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. It is time to become conscious of your essence and bring it into form. Express it in a creative way. Thank you, Spirit. This is a rune of great power, making life force energy available to you. So Welo marks a time for regeneration right down to the cellular level. Although this rune has no reverse position, there is reason for caution. You may see fit to withdraw or even to retreat in this pressing situation. And so my guides are talking about the suggestion and the wisdom that's coming forward about the set point that we're standing in these days as we go through the retreat. So it is that, I'm sorry, I said retreat, didn't it? I love that as a Freudian slip. I meant to say the eclipse. So take that, just as my guys are saying, just as it fell. It's meant to be a time of retreat, of going inward very clearly for a process that has to do with the shift and change and the maturity, coming into the maturity of the male energy set point. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Knowing that this type of a retreat is a retreat into strength. It is a voyage inward, centering for balance. Timely retreat in this way is among the skills of the spiritual warrior. So Welu counsels opening yourself up and letting the light into a part of your life that has been secret and shut away. To accomplish this may call for a profound recognition, for admitting to yourself something that you have long denied. There is a prayer known as the Gayatri that embodies the spirit of the rune of wholeness. You are to address the sun in these days and recite the prayer, you who are the source of all power, whose rays illuminate the world. Oh, it's getting me all choked up. Illuminate also my heart. You guys are talking about this. This is the prayer. They're saying this is the illustration that matches the words in the rune. So illuminate also my heart so that it too can do your work. Visualize the sun's rays streaming forth into the world, entering your heart, and then streaming out from your heart's center and back into the world. Look at this. My guides are saying, if you really look into the cards, you're going to understand the message inherent in the illustrations and the reason for all this going inward. It is about love energy. It is about bringing this chalice into a stable place to perfect the energy in yourself, but clearly also here on the earth. Really beautiful. Quite a mission you're being given, Aries, as you come into this type of self-knowledge. So this is a powerful and life-enhancing time. There is a caution here not to give yourself airs. Even in a time of bountiful energy, you are required to face and vanquish your refusal to let right action flow through you. And I think that's why we see the two kings on the table and the way in which they sit in their energy. Quite lovely. Nourish this capacity because it is the mark of true humility in the presence of power. Practice the art of doing without doing. Aim yourself truly, and then maintain your aim without manipulative effort. Meditate on the Christ's words, I can of my own self do nothing. For by our own power we accomplish nothing. Even in loving, it is love that loves through us. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that this is the central focus of the reading. This way of thinking and being integrates new energies and permits us to flow into wholeness, which is the ultimate goal of the spiritual warrior. Oh, Aries. I'm just verklempt and filled with gratitude at the opportunity that's available for us as we learn more deeply into what it is to be a fire sign, a power holder, in connection with the void. The all-knowing nothingness, my guides are saying, out of which everything flows, including the development of your own nature. In order to be of service to humanity as we come through the eclipse, this is what you're learning into. So Aries, I'm wishing you a wonderful eclipse season. Thank you very much for all that you are striving toward, because it is truly blessed and really profound. So do me the service of clicking the like button. It affects the algorithm, and I would love it if you would share these messages. I'm on Facebook now, so if you want to share this with your friends on Facebook, I would love that as well. My goal is to help these messages go out as widely as possible to all the people who are meant to hear them and take up the energy. And my guides are saying the challenge of perfecting your energy and understanding yourself in this profound way. So have a lovely month, and God is willing, I'll be here to speak more about your journey in the month of August. Thank you, Aries. And remember, my guides always say, you are your purpose. It is not about what you do. It is literally about who you are and the energy you carry, and coming into the perfection of your understanding of how you affect the world just by standing in it. So thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful month.